Hello, everyone. Happy Monday. Welcome back. A little bit of a different episode of Maximize Monday for you this week, because as you're watching or listening to this, probably unless you've waited a few weeks, as of the dropping of this episode, I am currently going to be Monday, so I'll be in Epcot, but I'm going to be on my Walt Disney World vacation with the family. So, figured this week for Maximize Monday should do something a little different and have a more Disney theme to it. And I was like, well, who better to invite than Monica since we always talk Disney just on our regular episodes anyway? We might as well just do one that's totally focused on that, right? So, Monica, thanks for being here.
Oh, I'm so excited. And I was just telling Matt before we started recording that this is probably the hardest episode that we've recorded yet because there's just so much to do. So a lot of this is going to be just on the fly, but I'm excited.
Yeah, definitely. And so, I mean, there'll be some advice, some insight packed in. There'll be some 10 buy or sell questions at the end that might be the end of Monica and I's friendship. Who knows? We might argue about some stuff. We'll see.
Oh my gosh. Okay. No
Uh,
pressure.
all right, no pressure at all. But just starting off with, I say an easy question, but it's easy and it's not because I'm sure you live down in Florida, so people probably ask you this more than me of like, hey, I'm going on a Disney vacation. I'm there for 4 days. I'm going to each park. Where should I eat? What are your go-to restaurants? So when they ask you that, what are like the three that you're like, these are the ones that you absolutely have to do, no question?
Um, okay, so little context about our Disneying. So we have three kids, 11, 8, and 3. And then my husband as well. So we're trying to feed a lot
Yeah.
of people. And so my answers just are reflective of my family and what they'll actually eat.
Mhm.
But I would say one of our favorites, at least one of my favorites, and the kids really enjoy it as well. We really like Tusker House at Animal Kingdom. It's a character dining, and so you get Mickey and Minnie and Goof. Let's see, it's Mickey, Minnie, Goofy, Donald, and Daisy, and they're all in their little safari outfits. Um, and so it's a lot of fun, but I really like the food there. I like that kind of style of cuisine.
Yeah.
So that's one of them. Another one that our family is just a go-to. I think we've been there 3 times. Like, granted, we've not eaten at every single restaurant on property, but we really like Woody's Roundup Barbecue in Hollywood Studios.
Good to hear.
Have you done that one yet?
Not yet, and this week is on the list.
Yes. Well, okay, so we are native, well, we're Kansas City natives. I was born and raised in Kansas City. My husband was up in North Central Missouri, and so barbecue is just kind of in our blood, as we like to say. And so it's something that everybody eats. The pepper jelly biscuits that they serve as your like appetizer, oh my gosh, they're so good. So definitely Tusker House. And then Woody's Roundup. I think the other one, if you're going like quick service, I personally really like the bowls at Satuli Canteen in Animal Kingdom.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like a quick service meal, but it feels like it's one of the healthier dining options. And then my kids like it because there's these little like boba balls. Is that what it is?
Okay. Yeah.
That they sprinkle on top. And so they think that that's super cool. But the sauces that you can put on the bowls, those are really, really good. So that would be my other like quick service option.
Okay.
And I'm sure that there's a million other restaurants that are like amazing. Oh, sorry, fourth one. Storybook dining at Artist Point.
All right. We are doing that this time for sure.
Yes, the Snow White. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. Yeah, it's a cool experience. So
I mean, I've been to all of them except the two that we are going on this time. Tusker House was a staple for us. This is the first year that we aren't doing it because we used to just
yeah.
do it for the breakfast, but we
Yeah.
missed out on some of like the safari ride last time, like all the animals go into hiding after like 9 a.m. So we wanted to make sure we did that first thing. So we might still hit it up for lunch, who knows? But
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
it is usually a staple for ours.
Yes, definitely a favorite here. So,
So next question is this was actually back in the day I was going to like make a Disney podcast, and since I'm a baseball fan I was going to call it Out of the Park, and it was going to be centered around Disney movies that aren't featured in the parks at all, or that stuff
Oh.
that's been taken out. So if you're listening to this and you want to steal that idea, you have my blessing. Do it because I think it's a cool concept. But
Mhm.
there's only so much they can do, right? They can pack as much as they want into the parks, but there's going to be some movies that people are like me, for whatever reason, I'm a big fan of The Great Mouse Detective, and you're not going to find that in the parks at all, right? So, uh,
Right.
what is a Disney film that has zero representation in the parks that you feel it should have more presence in? And what would that be? Would it be like a ride? Would it be a show, a restaurant theme, character meet? What do you think is missing from the park that you want to add?
Okay, so I have two that come to mind. Well, yes, two that come to mind that I'll talk about. The first one is I think it's just like a hidden gem, The Emperor's New Groove.
Yeah,
Like, oh my gosh. So here's my idea for Emperor's New Groove. And don't come at me, but I think it would be fantastic in Tower of Terror
okay,
because he's like, remember when Yzma goes like, pull the lever, Kronk,
yeah,
wrong lever. Like, I think that'd be hilarious if it was like somehow queued up to
yeah,
be like, pull the lever, Kronk, and then that's when you start your like up and down,
yeah.
right?
I would like that.
Okay. Okay. And just the movie in general is hilarious. One of my favorites. So that's one of them. And I also am dying to get Coco into the parks.
Yeah, definitely.
There's like in the Mexico Pavilion in Epcot, right? There's like a display of Coco, but I don't know if I want it to be a show. Like I think a show would be incredible
Mhm.
if they did like the Spectacular that they
Yeah,
do at the end, right? They could do it as a show. I mean, there's just so many opportunities. And even like in animatronics, even if it was just like some sort of like an animatronic show. But the music in Coco is just, it's one of my favorites, like musically. So um, I think those would be my big two,
yeah.
right? I think
I know
those are
people
like
are really
like
tied.
family style ones. Yeah.
Yeah. I know people are really tied to the Tower of Terror, but I don't know if you've been to the California parks and done the Guardians Tower out there.
We have not.
Like it's so much fun, and like
Yeah.
then when we went back to Florida and did the regular ride, we are like, this is like, I mean, I still like the ride. I'm wearing a Tower of Terror t-shirt as we speak, but like it was like I was like, I felt I was gonna hate it, but I like the Guardians one more now. So if we
Yeah.
retheme the Tower of Terror, I think that done properly, it would be awesome.
Right, right. And I don't even know if it's the right movie, but like just that one line where she's like,
Yeah,
pull the lever, Kronk, wrong lever, like I just think it would be so funny. Just
yeah,
okay, anyway.
I'm with you. I'm all in on that. My daughter is a big Hunchback of Notre Dame fan for some
Okay.
reason. And it's
Yeah.
just very disappointed to know that there's like nothing about that movie and in the
Yeah.
parks at all, not even in like the France Pavilion. So that would be her answer for sure. Is like she
Yes.
see Quasimodo like dancing around on the top of a building or something.
Yeah. So it's not like an attraction necessarily, but I do like Hunchback is in Happily Ever After, the
Oh,
fireworks at the Kingdom, right? Have you seen Happily Ever
uh,
After?
we did not. And last time she was not into fireworks. This time she will be. So we're gonna check it out this year for
Oh my gosh, the
sure.
best. Okay. Yeah, she'll be happy then.
All right. So
Mhm.
next one, I mean, the Disney does the retheming stuff all the time, and beloved classics get taken away.
Yes.
Glad to be there for the end of Muppet Vision because
Yeah.
we understand why it's going away, but I always loved it, so I'm glad to see it one more time. And we get to run through Tom Sawyer's Island one more time. Like that was a
Yeah.
childhood memory of mine. So, you have the ability to give the save stamp to one ride, one attraction for each park. Which ones are you either saving? They're never going to be touched. They're never going to be updated. These are rides that will stay as they are forever.
Okay. Um, Magic Kingdom. I'm gonna go, I'm gonna go Dumbo.
Okay.
And I know it's just has been iconic,
Mhm.
right? Like, can you even go to Magic Kingdom without
Right.
riding
You have
Dumbo?
to
I
do
don't,
something. Yeah.
yeah, you have to ride Dumbo, right? Okay, so that one. In Animal Kingdom, I'll go safari, Kilimanjaro Safari, because that's just incredible. Like there's nowhere else that, I mean, unless you, I guess you're on like a real safari, but
Right.
you just get so close to the animals and it's different every single time. And I love that.
Yeah.
Epcot, hands down, Guardians,
Okay.
my favorite ride in all the parks. And then Hollywood Studios, that's a tough one. I would say, I would say Toy Story Mania because I'm competitive
Okay.
and I want to always have the high score in my family. And I think I'm on that streak right now.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I never want to see that go away.
Yeah, you got to keep that.
Got to keep that, right?
About it.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, my wife and I talked about this last night, and she also picked up the safaris. She chose Haunted Mansion for her
Okay.
ride in Magic Kingdom. That would be mine as well. We disagreed in Epcot because I want to save the Three Caballeros boat ride, and she wants that to be a Coco attraction. So she was like, "Nope, get rid of it." But I'm like, "No, I got to keep it." They already changed Figment, or I would have said that one. So leave me my
Yes.
nostalgic boat ride through Mexico, please.
Yes. See, and yeah, I don't know. I just Guardians is
Yeah.
fantastic.
Oh
Like
yeah.
just don't change it. Don't change a thing
Yeah.
ever. It's my favorite ride.
Yeah. Our daughter's tall enough to ride it this time, so we got her the ticket. She's gonna do it. And
Yay.
I'd be terrified. We'll see. But she likes speed, so
Yeah.
she'll be okay.
Yeah.
And so sticking with that theme, we did say that there are attractions that have gone away from the parks or are slated to go away. So if you had the opportunity to bring one back or nix the plans to get rid of it, what would be that one attraction that you would want to see return?
Ah, I don't even know. Um, I don't even know because I haven't ridden like okay, so we haven't rode the new Tiana,
Okay.
right? So I can't say if I'd want to bring back Splash,
Right.
right? Um, I okay, something that was gone before we ever got here was like the 20,000 Leagues with the
Okay.
submarines.
Yeah.
I think that one would be cool to experience. And when we went to Disneyland, so our first Disney experience was actually out in California and did Disneyland. And I want to say they had it there at the time. I don't even know if it's still there.
I think it's a Nemo thing now.
Nemo.
Yeah.
Yes. We didn't get to ride it. And I don't remember why we didn't get to ride it. That was like 10 years ago. Uh, but I think that that would be a cool ride for the kids. I think
Okay.
that would bring back possibly. Yeah.
I'm a huge movie fan, so when the Great Movie Ride went away and like the Studio Backlot tour went away, I was really sad, and I thought that would be my choice. But like seeing how much fun my kid has on a playground, like I wanted to bring back the Honey We Shrunk the Kids playset, so like she could experience running around and sliding down the tall grass and everything like I got to as a kid. But I
Yes.
understand why they don't like that. They haven't made a new Honey I Shrunk movie in 20 years now,
Oh,
so.
I was gonna say, had 20 years, like, hasn't it been like since the 90s?
They said they were going to do like a reboot with Josh Gad and Rick Moranis, but that's still like on.
Yeah.
So maybe someday in the future that will come back. But
I think all of those movies, I have a feeling that all of the good ones that were in like the 80s and 90s are all gonna come back as remakes
I
and
hope
just
so.
revive all of them. I hope so. There's some good ones.
Yeah, just to introduce it to the new generation too, because
Yeah, yeah.
we try to watch some of the older films with my daughter, and sometimes she's like, "Can we watch something else?" So
My kids really enjoy the older films.
yeah,
They
maybe.
really do. Yes. We got them hooked on so it's on Disney Plus. I don't even know if it's like actually Disney, but we got them hooked on Cool Runnings.
Oh, okay.
Like, oh my gosh. That one, they love that one. Little Giants is on there as well. Oh my gosh, what's the one where they go to camp? Um,
Oh, heavyweights.
but yes, heavyweights. I want to say heavyweights is on Disney Plus too. Yeah, all of those ones. Our kids love them. Absolutely love them.
Yeah, Angels in the Outfield came back recently, and I was like so excited. And I like texted my wife when I woke up in the morning and saw that, and she was just like, "Neat." And I was like, "You're not. You need to
Not
like match my energy here with this. Like this is
exactly.
this is
Exactly.
earth-shattering news."
Yeah, yeah.
All right, so next question is probably going to be a little different for you just because you live down in Florida. So I don't know how often you like stay overnight. I know some people just kind of do the day trips. Some of them make a long weekend trip out of it. So
Hmm.
at this point, and that's why I posed it as two separate ways. So is there a resort at Disney World that's kind of like on your bucket list? Like I want to stay here someday and experience a few times. And if not, a resort? Is there another park, Disney park that you haven't visited yet that you're like, we need to get to, like Shanghai Disney before we pass away?
Yeah. So as far as a particular resort, the way because we live here, it just is so hard to justify
Yeah.
like staying on property for us because when we go up there, we're not doing the whole like 5, 7 day Disney dream trip. Like it would be silly for us to do that because we live here. We go up and we experience what we want to do that day and then we come home or whatever. So I wouldn't say that I'm super into staying on the resorts. I think Grand Floridian would be pretty cool. And Animal Kingdom Lodge as well. I think those would be both pretty cool. Uh, but I'm not super like into that. If I had to go anywhere, like literally any other Disney park, I would love. Um, I think, Tokyo, Shanghai, uh, any of them, literally any of them would be amazing.
Yeah, definitely.
Um, I'm not really sure if I don't know. I mean, obviously they just announced the new park in, is it Dubai?
Yeah. Yep.
Is that where it's at? Yeah. Uh, I don't know if that would be on my bucket list, like for no apparent reason other than just sounds like it would be really hot.
Yeah.
I
Really.
mean, coming from Florida, I guess it'd be fine, but I don't know. But yeah, any of them, I would love to.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've gone to the Polynesian just to eat because we do Ohana pretty much every trip, but we've never
Yep.
stayed there. I think that would like I want to do one of like the bungalows that you're on the water there. That would be like if
Yeah.
money is no object, I'm gonna have us stay there, but
Yeah.
probably
Yeah.
not gonna happen. But we'll see. Maybe I'll win the lottery someday.
Yeah. I would go stay in Cinderella's castle.
Oh yeah,
That one's like not for sale. You get
right.
invited. So whatever I have to do to be invited.
Make it
Anybody on
happen.
LinkedIn who's watching this knows somebody.
Yeah. All right, so next question is probably the hardest one of all the questions. So you have the Disney dining plan. You've used up all but one snack credit. It's time to go. You still have park hopper options though. So what would you say is the last snack that you're having just to like be the icing on the cake of your Disney trip?
Okay, so it's funny because I think this is the easiest
Oh,
question, and
really?
it's spring rolls.
Okay. It's the spring
It,
one.
it, is that even on the
Yeah.
dining plan?
Yeah, you can get them as a snack credit.
Okay, yeah, the spring roll cart in Magic Kingdom. It's over at like right in front of Adventureland
Okay.
every time. It just is perfect every time.
Is there, I know they do like seasonal ones. Are there any that like stand out as have been your favorite or is
I
just
was,
there?
yeah, so I think they have the pepperoni ones and they have the cheeseburger. At one point, they had a pastrami one, and I did not think I was going to like it, and it was the best one.
Oh,
So it was sad that I think they took that away.
almost
Um,
like a Reuben inside of a spring roll.
yeah, kind of. Yeah, it was amazing. That was my favorite one, but I would take either the cheeseburger or the pepperoni ones.
Okay, perfect.
Yep, I would make a park hopper trip.
Just for that.
Mhm. And the best drink, like frozen one, is Flower and Garden Festival in France.
Okay.
And it's called oh my gosh, stop. I just forgot what it's called.
Except writing this down because we're going on the last day of.
Uh, hold on, Googling. Um, Flower and Garden Festival. France frozen drink. La Vie en Rose.
Okay.
Yep, La Vie en Rose. Best drink, hands down at the park.
All right. I will try it and give my feedback.
Yes. Yes.
All right. So there are people that go to Orlando and I don't know, maybe they're doing Epic Universe and not going to Disney World, but still want to go to like Disney Springs to have that kind of taste or flavor of Disney before they go. So if they're doing that, saying they want to eat somewhere, because there's a ton of really good dining options in Disney Springs that get overlooked because people are in the parks, right? So what
Right.
would you say is you can give two if you want, but what are those restaurants that you're like, if we're doing Disney Springs and we're eating dinner, it's here.
Okay, so that's also something that we don't really do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we really don't spend a lot of time there. And again, it's because I mean, we have our oldest two are 11 and 8-year-old boys. They have no interest in walking around and shopping. Now,
Right.
if it was just me and our 3-year-old daughter, I would absolutely be getting robbed. Because she would want to go everywhere and buy everything. But we have been handful of times. When we do go, it's usually after we go to the water parks, which if you've never been to the water parks, put that on the list of things to do. They're so much fun. Blizzard Beach is our favorite. I mean, they're both amazing, but we love Blizzard Beach. So the water parks usually close at 5, and so we'll like get dried off and then go grab dinner. Uh, Again, barbecue, Polite Pig. It's
Okay.
so good. That's really the only place that we've actually tried. I think we went one time. Is there like a boathouse, boat,
Yeah.
something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
And
think it's
that was,
called the Boathouse.
is it the boathouse? It was right there where those little like amphibious cars are.
Yeah.
Um, and it was good. I don't know that it was like super memorable for us, but I would just really the only place we've been is the Polite Pig.
Okay. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah, we've done a couple. We went to Raglan Road once because my sister and her husband, he's like fully Irish. So he's like, you have to go to Raglan Road. It was cool. They have like the Irish dancers there that perform and everything. So cool.
Yeah.
experience. And then we did Homecoming last year, which was really good.
Was it? That is on the list. That's on a list of things to do because I have heard that's really good.
Good atmosphere, good food. There's a lot too. I mean, I
Yeah.
feel like most Disney restaurants give you healthy portions, but this was like my wife and I shared an entree that was that much food. So
Wow.
it never
Yeah.
happened at Disney. I'm usually like, don't touch my stuff, but
Yeah.
that restaurant we shared.
Yeah.
All right. So before we get into the 10 buy or sells, I threw one more on here as a surprise, but you and I have like kind of talked about this before. So if you could pick any job at Disney World, what would you want to do? You can pick anything. You can be the person that, welcomes people at the gate. You can be a princess. You can operate one of the rides. But what would be like that? I really want to do this if I'm working at Disney World.
Okay, two choices.
Uh,
Gosh, I don't want to spoil one of them for you if you've never seen it. Okay, so one of them would be being Tinkerbell during the fireworks show at Magic Kingdom. I think that'd be super cool. And then the other would be I would want to be I'd want to be Belle at at Enchanted Tales.
Okay.
Belle.
So it's
Yes.
a real Tinkerbell now for the fireworks because I know they used to do like she would fly across the zip line because we did the fireworks show the one time and she was like right above us to start, but it's different now.
Yeah, I mean she zip lines. Yeah.
Okay.
She zip lines. Yeah. And funny thing about that, and that I didn't know, but did you know, fun Disney trivia, sometimes because that person has to be a very specific measurement in order to make the flight, right? And Tinkerbell gets to decide every night whether they fly or not.
Okay.
But sometimes it's not a Tinkerbell. Sometimes it's a Tinker Bill
Oh, interesting.
because of this of the height requirements. Yes.
Gotcha.
Yes. So. Anyway, yeah,
Interesting.
yeah, very
Yeah.
interesting.
When I think when we went, it was still like a small animatronic thing. So that'd be cool to see this time. I'm sure that will.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a live person. So that's and it's like you'll get chills. It's amazing.
Okay.
Uh, but yeah, that's those would be my two. And the Enchanted Tales with Belle and just like it's the best meet and greet, the best meet and greet in all of Disney World.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna do that one this time. We didn't get a chance to last time, but
Yeah,
definitely carving out the time this
yeah,
time.
yeah.
All right, so we're at the buy or sell portion. Do you know how that works? Buy if you agree, sell if you disagree. I'm going to do 10, well, technically nine statements, and then the 10th one is a little different. So I'll give you a statement. If you agree, you buy it. If you disagree, you sell it, and we'll see.
I'm nervous.
All right,
Okay.
so first one, there should be more Marvel presence in the Disney World theme parks.
Oh, buy.
Okay.
100% buy that.
Yeah,
Yes. I
I
want a whole Marvel land.
yeah. Like right now,
Like,
it's just Guardians, right? That's it. The
yes. Okay, but there's also some sort of a weird thing um with the rights. Did you know that?
I didn't, but I was curious about that.
Yeah, you'll have to look it up, but there's some weird thing about who owns the rights
Okay.
to
Yeah.
it, which is why they can have Marvel land on the West Coast, but they can't do it on the East Coast.
Okay.
Literally a geographical divider on who can have the rights to it.
Interesting.
But 150% Guardians or Marvel. Yeah,
Okay. All
I'm
right.
buying that.
All right. Next, Epcot's World Showcase should add more countries to it.
I'll buy that too.
Okay. That was going to be one of my answers for what's missing in the park because Hercules is in my top five. And I've always
Yes.
thought like it's would be easy enough to put like a Greece in the Epcot World Showcase, and like everyone loves Greek food, right? And you have
Mhm.
Hercules already, a meeting
Yeah.
with him and Megara like makes sense. But
Yes. Yes.
there's
Yep.
room.
I would say Greece is a fantastic choice.
All
Yep.
right, we're two for two at this point. I'm curious to see if you've done like some of these too, since again, you live close enough that some of these might not make sense. So,
Yeah.
next one, Park Hopper is a better investment than the Photo Pass slash Memory Maker,
Oh
whatever they
man.
call it these days.
Park Hopper is a better investment than the memory maker. Okay, I'm gonna say buy. And
Okay.
the only reason is because I don't remember when the last time was that I ever printed out a picture.
Right.
Like, so ever, I'm just like all of my photos actually just this past week, our dog passed away. And I did print off some pictures for the kids of the dog. But aside from that, I have no, like everything's on my phone. So
Gotcha. Yeah.
I think it's cool to have the pictures, but I don't ever do anything with pictures.
Yeah, we typically just use our own phones to take the pictures. Last year, we had one of the photographers take a picture of us in the Tangled area
Yeah.
holding the lantern. And for us to print that out, it was like $30. So we're like, my
Yeah.
gosh, I thought we should just pay for this.
So what some people do is they will add it on like, okay, so all five of us have annual passes. So what some people will do is they'll add it on to like maybe just my annual pass
Okay.
or maybe just my husband's pass. And then that one person always just goes and scans,
Gotcha. Okay.
have the pictures. And
Yeah.
so I don't know,
Might be
but
something to add.
I would park hop for sure
Okay.
over photo pass.
All right. There is one correct answer to this next one. So the Dole Whip is a better ice cream treat than the Mickey bar.
I think I'm gonna sell.
Oh, no.
I think I'm gonna sell. Yeah.
My
Uh,
wife would agree with you. I am a Dole Whip. Like that's my must have every time. And
yeah.
she's like, it's okay. But
I don't mind. I mean, honestly, I'm kind of neutral. Like I could take or leave either of them.
okay.
Yeah, I really could take or leave either of them. I'm not a huge like ice cream person to begin with, so
Okay. All right. There should be another landmark for Hollywood studios besides the Tower of Terror. It used to be the Sorcerer Mickey hat, and then they got rid of it, and now it's been the tower, just I think de facto.
Yeah. Uh, I would say bye.
Okay,
Yeah.
we're
Like
back.
Hollywood Studios, like everyone else has a landmark.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's not a landmark. That's a ride.
we just kind of got pushed into that role because they're like, well, this is the biggest thing we have now.
Right, right. No, I agree. I agree. I don't know what that would be. I do like
Right.
the Sorcerer Mickey hat though.
I do miss that.
Yeah.
Really sad when they took that. I think I know where you're going to go with this now because of how much you've talked about the Magic Kingdom fireworks, but I have Fantasmic is the best fireworks show at all the parks.
Selling that. Selling that. I think I've seen Phantasmic once.
Really?
Yeah.
It's been a while. I think I might be like overhyping it in my mind because I remember being like blown away the first time I saw it, but it was like 10 years ago. So we didn't go last time. So,
No, I would like we went. Okay, so I want to say we went during COVID for sure. And granted, the boys are not during COVID, like right before COVID. And the boys were pretty little and they just thought it was kind of weird and spooky. So we didn't really ever go back. And I want to say they redid it
okay.
and we haven't been back since. So,
Gotcha.
but Magic Kingdom all the way. Like, you can't. Yeah.
Yeah, what are your thoughts on the Epcot one? Because I don't think we've ever stayed for the I forget what it's called, Illusions or something.
Yeah, no.
Okay. You're
It
a
like
magic.
once you've experienced happily ever after, like there's no trying to
Okay.
compare. So
Fair
yeah.
enough. All right. Next one. Disney Springs should have a few pay to ride attractions. Maybe like I know they have like a little carousel there, right?
I don't even know. Yes, but I agree.
Okay.
Okay, wait. I don't know if it should be like pay for like attractions, but I think it would be really cool if they like did some character meeting or like some character interactions there. Right now, I don't think that they.
Yeah, I know you can meet like the Coca-Cola polar bear, and that's really it in Disney Springs.
Right, but it would be neat if they, had a character every once in a while, just like walk around, which is something that, by the way, they've been doing more of, and I loved it. I took our daughter there a couple weekends ago, and if you get there early enough, because I noticed them out more like earlier in the day, more so than in the afternoon, like when it was really hot, but they're doing a lot more characters just walking around the parks now.
Okay.
Like we saw Peter Pan and Wendy, we saw both the stepsisters, we saw the Mad Hatter and Alice, we saw Chip and Dale, like, and they are just roaming about and they're trying to like do more of those. So
That'd be cool.
that's really cool. But I think at Disney Springs would be cool to do once in a while too.
Okay. All right. Next one might be a tougher for you to answer because again, you live down there, so you don't stay at the resorts. But I have Pop Century as a top five property resort.
We stayed there once. Honestly, I don't really remember it. I'll
Okay.
sell. I'll sell. I'll
Okay.
sell that. Yeah, it wasn't like super memorable.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Next one, there should be more opportunities to meet some of the characters that you only see during the parades. Do you like that to be separate? Like you have to watch the parade if you want to see, I don't know, um, all the
Mm.
seven dwarfs, or would you want to see them out roaming around like you just mentioned?
I would like, I would like, yeah, I would like them to be more available. Like the ones that are out are fantastic, but like for example, our daughter, like she at one point she went through like a Merida phase, right? Where she loved Brave. Like I would have loved to have her be able to go see Merida somewhere. They are starting to do more really cool stuff with the annual pass holders and characters, like um, coming up in this summer at Magic Kingdom. They are doing an event for pass holders only where you can go meet Maleficent
Okay.
at Magic Kingdom. So that's really cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would like there's a couple characters that are in the parade that I would like to have, more available.
Yeah, I'd like to meet more of the villains. I know on our honeymoon we met Gaston and he hasn't been back since, and it's
Yeah.
rare to see them unless you go to like the not so scary thing. But I'd
Yeah.
like to see more of like them wandering around, but I also understand why they don't, since
Yeah.
they're technically the bad guys.
No, I mean, I remember when we first started going to Disney that Gaston was out and then he never came back after
Yeah,
COVID, you know? But yeah, some of them that aren't like super scary, like throw Gaston in there. I love that. Or LeFou, like
right.
LeFou, right? He's cool.
Yeah,
Or like even Cogsworth and Lumiere. Oh my gosh, that would be so cool.
right. Just
Yeah.
more variety, I feel like. Yeah.
Yeah. Mix it up once in a while.
All right, and last one, it's not a buy or sell. I'm just gonna have you rank the four parks favorite to least favorite.
Oh man. Okay, so I know least favorite for me is Hollywood Studios.
Okay.
Okay, so that's the bottom. I will say, oh, that I can't even do this. Oh my gosh. Um, I really like, okay, so Magic Kingdom probably one. Epcot? I don't know. Gosh, this is hard. Okay, so we'll go Magic Kingdom, Epcot, Animal Kingdom. Gosh, but is Animal Kingdom second? Because it's really cool too.
Is
Okay, Magic Kingdom, Executive Decision, Epcot, because of Guardians, Animal Kingdom, Hollywood Studios.
okay. I have your three and four flip flop, but that's only because right now there's like not a ton to do in Animal Kingdom. But as soon as they get like the Indiana Jones and the Encanto stuff in there, I'm sure it'll shoot back up.
Yeah, yeah, and I hope that that stuff is good too. Like,
If it's like the California ride for Indiana Jones, then believe it will.
yeah.
All right, so you made it through the Disney hot seat,
Oh
Monica.
my gosh. Hardest episode yet.
We're still friends, so that worked out too. I think all of our answers were pretty similar, close enough that
Yeah.
I'll be angry about the Dole Whip thing for a while, but I'll get over it. Otherwise, thank you so much for doing this. I know it's a lot different from what you and I normally chat about, and a lot different from what listeners, watchers of the show are used to. But hope you guys enjoyed the fun one-off here, and we'll get back to regularly scheduled programming once I'm back from the heat of Orlando.
Yes, the heat. Oh my goodness. Be ready.
Yeah.
But I hope you guys have so much fun. And I know that your little girl's just gonna, I mean, it'll just be amazing. So go
As
have
of recording, she still is unaware, so she's going to be told tomorrow after her last day of school, and we'll see. I'll post the video for her reaction. So
Yes. Oh my gosh. We'll have so much fun.
definitely. Well, thanks again. Thank you everyone for watching, listening. Share in the comments if you disagreed with anything. Give us answer some of the questions if you want to. I'd love to hear more Disney opinions. And if you steal my out of the parks idea, just give me a shout out on one of your episodes. But otherwise, you have my blessing.
All right.